What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with day 19 of the 31 days of horror here at Video Homicide. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorites, not necessarily a total, gore fest of a film, but we're going to be talking about 1968's Roman Polanski's film, Rosemary's Baby. Here's a sealed copy I was able to pick up for $10 the other day at a pretty big consignment flea market. I'm sure you guys have them around where you're at, but I looked this up on eBay immediately after, and it was like $129. So I would never pay that, and I would never sell this because whenever I find a sealed movie, like for instance, here's another one of my favorites, Boys in the Hood sealed copy. This was a regular from Cinema One. They wanted $12.95 for it. But anyways, Rosemary's Baby is a very interesting film, both cinematically and storytelling and acting. It's pretty much got the trifecta, good acting, good camera work, good direction, and I really do love this film. I respect it. I know Roman Polanski is did some scummy things. I'm not exactly sure. I believe he I don't know if he was with his cousin or he was with some 13-year-old chick. Either way, that's fucked. He deserves to be in prison. I know that he later on made films. I think he made The Ninth Gate. And when I did my review on The Ninth Gate, a while back, his name was different in the thing, in the the credits. So I didn't know it was a Polanski film, but I love that movie as well. But Rosemary's Baby is all about this couple, newlywed couple, and they move to New York, or they move to an apartment in New York, where the husband, played by John Cassavetes, is an actor, a struggling actor, but he's trying. And Rosemary is just going to be she wants to be a mother, she wants to be a housewife kind of thing. So after, John Cassavetes having trouble finding a job, they end up meeting their new neighbors, who is this older couple. I forget what their names were in the film, but they're this very, the woman especially is this very flamboyant, very talking a lot, trying to be a hoity-toity type, I guess you could say, but still got that New York vibe to her. Whereas the husband is just I'm a traveler, name anywhere and I've been there. And I think the one guy was Alaska or something, which isn't even that far-fetched. If you're gonna say somewhere, say maybe Antarctica. But no, he's yeah, I was there, that kind of vibe from this dude. And I do like them. So they before. This is spoiler ridden, of course. I forgot to say that. All these videos got mad spoilers in them, but these people, these neighbors, they're hooked up in a satanic cult, and they approach John Cassavetes' character and basically say, "Hey, listen, if you give your wife over to us, give your firstborn child over to us, we'll make sure you're successful." So, one day he's sitting there, he gets a phone call, and the actor that he was the understudy for got blinded, so now he's got the big gig, and then his career starts going upward, which is great. And of course, Rosemary's pregnant now. And one of the most crazy scenes in the film is where she's basically raped by the devil, which I've always found very freaky, very fucked up. There's a remake of Rosemary's Baby, actually. I believe it was on Tubi exclusively. Me and Kayla watched it in the last couple of months, and it was okay. It was worthy, but it was nothing like the original. So now that Rosemary's pregnant with the devil's baby, the neighbors become even more involved in their life, and the wife, the neighbor lady, is giving her all these fucking concoctions to drink that are apparently good for the baby, and the doctor's saying anything that she gives you is good, good by me kind of thing. And it's well, really, it was just weird. So not only that, but they give her this little kind of not an amulet, but a necklace, a pendant on this necklace that's filled with this herb, chamomile, or I forget the name of it, but it's basically a thing that's gonna fucking make the demon grow better or something like that. And of course the big day comes. Well, even before the big day comes, one of her friends that's suspicious gets killed mysteriously, and she develops her own suspicions about it. She finds this book, and it's all about, or I think her friend left her this book, and it talks about how the neighbor guy, his name is an acronym for this demon dude. And it's really cool how she kind of discovers everything. It's one of those movies that's grounded in reality. So there's not any flying, whoa, any kind of that bullshit. It's all grounded in reality in New York, 1968 time. It's played straight as fuck. And everyone takes everything seriously. It's not a jokey, hokey kind of film. Like this movie came out the same year as Night of the Living Dead, so that right there goes to show you that '68 was one powerhouse year for horror cinema. You know, going all the way back to 1931, which I think is one of the best years for horror, because we get, you know, Dracula, Frankenstein, which sort of laid the groundwork for what we know as, you know, the modern cinematic monster, or at least, you know, up until a certain point, maybe not now, with movies like *Malignant* and shit like that, where the monster is just like a kind of throwaway monster, forgettable type film. But Frankenstein, everyone remembers Frankenstein, everybody remembers Dracula, and everyone remembers *Rosemary'S Baby* and *Night of the Living Dead*, and deservingly so, because they're just so fucking good. But I love at the end when she finally has the baby, and the baby's taken away, but she can hear crying coming from the next apartment, and there was this like little bit of a closet that was like a hatchway into the other apartment, so she sneaks in there with a knife, and they're having like this whole fucking ceremony, and you know, even like the main guy, I believe his name was Roman in the film actually, he's, you know, there's this one fat lady that's kind of like, you know, stay away from the baby, and Roman's like, no, it's her child, let her be with her child, even though it's like fucking demonic, it's the son of Satan. And you know, it kind of ends on that note where she's gonna take care of this baby, apparently. It's left up for you know, the audience's perception, I guess you could say. I'm not sure if there's a sequel to *Rosemary'S Baby*. If there is, I have not seen it personally, but I would like to see it, because especially, I highly doubt that it's Roman Polanski. I highly doubt that it's Mia Farrow, John Cassavetes, and all that stuff. But if there is a sequel, I am interested. So, yeah, man. If you haven't seen *Rosemary'S Baby*, definitely check it out, even though I spoiled the fuck out of it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Leave a 666 in the comments. And with that being said, adios.